Hello, beautiful creatives. I hope you had a great week. We had a crazy week because we had a lot of company working on the tiny house. I'll show you a clip at the end of this video. I also resurrected a old journal that I hadn't used in years and did a bunch of really loose, really fun gouache paintings. And I did some work in my emotional journal and worked through some really intense emotions. I talked to you about that. And I have been renovating my website with a for sale section because so many of you have asked if I am selling my paintings. So I really hope you enjoy this week's video. I have this really old journal. It's tiny, and it was from back in something like 2006 or something. I don't even know if there's a date on it. Yeah, 2006. It was meant to be an expressive arts journal. I was taking some expressive arts classes at Kripalu in Lenox, Mass. And so it's a real mishmash of stuff, like what I now call a motion journal, collage, drawing. There was such a large mix of work in it that it got confusing to me. So it sat on my shelf for years. I pulled it out in 2021 and did a couple of things in it, but not much, I don't think. Yeah, this is older work. So I was trying to revive it, and I never quite did. I just never got into it. So I have all this gouache left over in my palette that has been from my summer painting season. I actually have a video on when I loaded this palette for the season for plein air painting. And I would just like to use a bunch of this up. It's kind of old. A lot of it's kind of gotten polluted. And I'd like to kind of clean this palette up at the end of fall. And so what I decided I would do is some really fast gouache paintings. Just really not thinking about anything. I flipped through some social media sites and I just sort of see something that inspires me, whether it's a photograph or a painting or doesn't even really matter. And I just do a really, really quick interpretation of what I'm seeing. And I don't know, we'll see how many I get. It'd be fun to kind of get this journal used up. I mean, there's a lot of pages left in this journal, so I don't know how many I would do, but it's a fun way to not be attached to the outcome because, like I said, I just never really got attached to this journal, so we'll see. Might be fun to just do a bunch of them in a row and see what happens. So yesterday I actually got 5 of these little paintings done, and then today I did another one. The lighting is weird. It's really dark in the studio today, so let me get my angled board with my blackboard and set that up, and I'll show you the ones that I've done so far. Okay, so still trying to use up this summer palette that I had set up for plein air painting, and these are so much fun. No words for how much fun these are. So these are the 5 that I got done yesterday. You know, I don't let myself go over them. I just am doing them really quickly without much thought. Not doing drawings. I'm just going right in with paint so that they're really fresh. I love this one. Love the simplicity of it. I ended up gluing 2 pages of this journal together for each painting because the pages are so thin. Love this purple over here with the orange. Just really loose brushwork. Trying to lay it down and not go back in so you can see the brush marks. This one I actually worked this area more and I'm not as happy with it. I think I was trying to make this one too much of a scene. You know, I was trying to get these clouds reflected and kind of overworking it, and it lost that freshness that the other ones have. And this is the first one that I've done today, and I love it. I really love these directional brush strokes of the sky pointing you down into the painting, these sort of shadowy lines pointing you back up this way. Really fun paintings. Yeah, this is fun. I can't wait to get out some acrylic gouache and play around with that a little bit, because I think it would, I'm not sure. I just think it'd be fun to try it and see. But so far the gouache is working really well. I'm just curious what the acrylic gouache, the effects of the acrylic gouache would be. And how much paint do I have left in here? Some of them are getting quite empty. The blues I seem to have the most in, which tells me I'm going to load less blues in next year. The yellows, the bright yellow, lemon yellow is gone. The red's almost gone, the cad red. The browns are getting way down there. And the Naples yellow and yellow ochre. And what is this one? I forget what that one's called. It's just a warmer yellow. Yeah, the greens, those two, these are two Holbein colors. And I used those a lot this summer, and I've been using them a lot in these paintings. So yeah, it's really just the blues that I have quite a bit left over. It's been fun. I gotta take a break and go down to the building site and see how Dawn's doing, but I wanted to show you guys where I'm at with this so far. Hello, beautiful creatives. It is late Thursday afternoon, and I have been editing my website all day because I have been asked by so many people if I'm selling my paintings. I had closed my Etsy shop, and they wanted to know if I was going to put paintings back into my Etsy shop. And I just haven't had a huge amount of luck with Etsy. They keep raising their prices and making things more complicated. So today my husband had the brilliant idea of, why don't I just edit my website and have a page that shows all of the paintings that are for sale. And he doesn't realize what a staggering task that is, that there's hundreds and hundreds of paintings. So I have spent all day on the website trying to build galleries. So like there's archives of paintings that have already sold, and I'm trying to build like 3 galleries of paintings that are currently for sale. So like one gallery is watercolors. Well, here, I'll show you. I'll see if I can show you. I am so rusty at working on my website. I haven't actually edited or done anything with this website in years. So this is probably taking me way longer than it should. So this would be the Watercolor and Gouache page that you would see. And I haven't even loaded prices yet. I just finished loading sizes and titles. And I got to go back and load prices. This is exhausting, you guys. Oh my gosh. There is so much more to this than I realized. So then if you go to silk paintings for sale, if you clicked on that one, then this is the silk paintings for sale. And that has the sizes, the titles and the sizes, and whether they're framed or not. A lot of these are already framed with glass, so it describes what kind of frame there is. I haven't even finished getting in the sizes yet, because some of these are out at galleries. They're not, I don't even have these to measure them. I'm going to have to ask the gallery. Yeah, so it's a lot of work. And that's all I have done, is a few silk paintings and the gouache and watercolor page. The acrylics and oil page, I haven't even started to load yet. This is like a huge undertaking. Archive for silk paintings. It's divided by silk scarves and silk paintings by season. Clicked on any one of these seasons, it would take you to that season, and then you would just scroll down and see all the paintings. There's so many hundreds of paintings on here. It really does have to be divided up, because otherwise you would just be scrolling forever and it would be difficult to find anything. So it's been crazy. It's been all day, and today is the day that I normally finish my YouTube video and do the editing. And yeah, that didn't really happen today. This is just one of the boxes that I have been picking through, and all of these paintings, you know, I obviously am not going to be able to list all of these, and I don't even know how well this is going to work. This is actually the stack of watercolors, and if you look at how small this is compared to what's in that box over there, oh my gosh, it takes a long time. I can't believe how long it takes. This is a crazy amount of work. It really is. I hope, I sort of resisted it, but my husband was convinced that this was something I should do. So, yikes. That's not very many, but I don't know. I'll get a few. People have really been asking and asking and asking about paintings for sale, and I knew it would be a big job, so I just didn't do it. I much preferred when I sold my work in galleries and I didn't have to deal with any of this. I also have more boxes over there. I have panels all over here that people have been asking about. So not all of these are for sale. Some of them aren't. I have those silk paintings up there, which are loaded in, so they will be on the site soon. Then I have these silk paintings out here, all these paintings on silk. I have more there on the stairs and a whole bunch more downstairs. So hopefully after all this work, some of these will sell, and hopefully after all this work, my website editing is accurate and that the darn website works, because if I've done all this work all day and it doesn't work, I'm going to be crushed. Anyways, you may end up getting a really short video this week. I did film some stuff for you guys, but yeah, it's I'll have to do the editing tonight if I'm going to get it loaded. It's his fault. You have a short video this week. It's his fault. He's the one that talked me into doing this on my website. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Marcel? He's shoving it. I don't know how well you can see because it's dark in there. He's shoving a clementine in his mouth. In other words, shut up. All right, guys. This is what I'm up to. Hopefully I'll be editing a video for you tonight. Okay, so this is what I ended up with so far. I cannot believe this took me all day. But you can either use this navigation bar up here, or you can navigate using these images down here. So this is paintings currently for sale. And this is what actually took me the longest, was getting all the measurements and sizes. So if you, and then this is an archive of gouache and acrylic and watercolor paintings. And this is an archive of silk paintings. So these are some of my older paintings, and these are the ones that are for sale. So, I mean, it still needs a lot of work, guys, but this is what I've got so far. So this is watercolor and gouache for sale, silk paintings for sale, and acrylic and oils for sale. I haven't even gotten anything loaded in that gallery yet. So this is the watercolor gallery. And then underneath it has all the information, the price, the size, none of these are framed, so they don't have the frame information. On the silk painting ones, they're actually framed. It looks really dark through my phone, but I have a feeling that's just because I'm videoing a light screen. They look good on my computer screen. But these are the watercolors and gouache that I've gotten loaded so far. This was all today. I loaded all this. And then if you click just one, it comes up like in a slideshow, and it has the information, the price, the size, whether it's gouache or watercolor, and you can click through a slideshow. And on and on and on. And then the silk painting for sale page. And then the silk paintings are framed in different ways. So painted with French steam set dies on silk, 19 by 22. These two particular silk paintings are stretched onto a wooden frame without glass like canvas and are ready to hang. The rest of these are framed under glass with navy blue frames. And I was trying to figure out a way to add another picture with them framed. I'm going to have to work on that more because I didn't figure that out. But these are the silk paintings. Some of them are quite large. This is 30 by 30. That one is 30 by 30. Actually, I'll blow that one up. Ah, it's not blowing up. Oh my God. Computers drive me crazy. Oh my gosh, none of them are blowing up. Oh, you guys, I thought I had this down. They're not blowing up for some reason, so now I gotta go back and figure that out, and I'm exhausted. They're not blowing up. All right, I gotta go back and figure that out, but you get the gist of it. Then this is the archive. You can go into the gouache archive, gouache and watercolor archive, oil and acrylic archive, or the French dyes on silk. And this is just my acrylic. I haven't even really done anything to this. I need to clean this out. This has some really old stuff in it. So I gotta work on that. But gosh, websites are a lot of work. Anyways, that's where I've gotten today. It obviously has some glitches in it that I need to iron out, but it's late. It's really late. I think I'm going to give up today. It's like 5:30, I think, so I'm exhausted. So that's it for today. And that may just end up being my wrap-up on this week's video. I have that little, oh my gosh, I'm actually gimpy from sitting all day. I have these little gouache paintings that I worked on and showed you. And this old Expressive art journal that I'm trying to revive. And then I did do, spinning around. I did do a couple of pages in my emotion journal. It's probably too lengthy of a subject to get into now, but I will show them to you. Something happened and I got so hurt and angry. And it's funny because with me, the emotion under anger is always hurt. I mean, I get deeply, deeply hurt and I feel all this anger, but really the root of it is just hurt. So I was so hurt about something that happened over the weekend that I came up here and I just scribbled with my Stabilos and got out, I think I got out some Posca and just wrote seeing red. And then I outlined it with one of those Daler Rowney, one of these things, the Daler Rowney fluid things. And just kept going over it and over it and over it and over it. I did crayon, I did the Liquitex over and over and over, just seeing red. And then it wasn't enough. I still felt really pissed. So in every medium that I could reach, I have paints over here, paint markers, my Liquitex markers down there. So everything that was in my reach that day, I wrote over and over again, so angry. So there's like, I don't know how many layers of so angry. there are here, but I just kept writing so angry, so angry, so angry. And then I'd grab another medium and so angry, so angry, so angry. And it helped. And then I did a little bit of writing, like automatic writing around the issue. And it did help diffuse it. It didn't change the situation. But what it helped me to realize was that the anger wasn't what I wanted. I didn't want to be an angry person. The person who did what they did, I couldn't change, my anger couldn't change what the person did. It wasn't going to change who that person was. It wasn't going to keep them from, maybe being mean-spirited or not doing the right thing towards people. But so that was them. That's their issue. And I was the one that was allowing them to make me angry. I was allowing the anger within myself. And it was sort of an epiphany for me. It's easy to say too, because when you're pissed, when you feel really hurt, it's easy to say, well, this isn't who I want to be, blah, 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 But I was really aware of that. I was like, this is not who I want to be. I don't want to be triggered like this. I don't want to feel these feelings. So it helped because that epiphany sort of came as I was doing these 2 pages. And I just realized, wow, wait, that person did a crappy thing. That's them. That's on them. I don't want to feel this way. So that was my emotional epiphany for the week. Had a blast doing those gouache paintings. Got a good fair bit of my gouache used up in my little summer palette, which was sort of the point of doing all these little paintings. I was hoping to do one sort of as a demo for you guys, but I'm tired. It's late. I don't think I'm going to get one done. So I will probably be signing off. So it's probably a short video this week, but it'll be nice when my website is up and prices are on things. A few of you have asked about prices, and I have just sort of delayed getting back to you. And people on Facebook, people have sent me emails recently. I think they know because we're trying to raise money with GoFundMe. Oh, there is another thing I can stick on this video. Let me think. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to stick it on the end of this video or put a link in the description below this video. I'll have to decide, but one way or the other, it'll either be tacked on the end of this video or it'll be a link under the video. We had a bunch of family come up over last weekend and they worked on the tiny house with us and we got the walls framed. There was a bunch of people here and they camped out overnight. They came over from New Hampshire. So we got a lot done. We got the walls framed up and I did a lot of video and I made like a little thank you video for everybody, including you guys, that has supported us through your comments and your prayers and donated to our GoFundMe site. And people who have volunteered to help on building the tiny house. So it's a sweet little video. And like I said, I'll either tack it on to the end of this week's video or I will put a link below so that you can click that and watch that if you want. Okay, guys, so that's it for this week. I hope I can stitch together a good video for you. And maybe next week will be a little calmer and I can, kind of focus a little more on my YouTube video for you guys. Have a great week. God bless you guys. And I hope all kinds of wonderful things are in store for you this week. And I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye. It's 8:30 in the morning, or actually 20 after 8. And family volunteers are starting to show up. They get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to head over this way from New Hampshire. And there are a few more people that are going to show up. And they're right to work. I think we're going to get a lot done this morning or today. I mean, they're going to be here today and tomorrow. So we're thinking a lot of progress is going to be made and we're really blessed. We've had some donations of materials, so things are going to go real well this weekend as far as making progress. That is the blue board insulation in that package that they're going to be putting underneath the building. I think it's enough to do the underneath and the roof. That's a lot of blue board. We're working with Efficiency Vermont to they're advising us on building a Energy Star building so that it won't cost a bundle to heat. Brentley's the youngest member of the work crew and possibly the hardest working. This kid knows how to work. Lots of activity. Our neighbor Mark showed up to help. That's Dawn's daughter over there, Missy. Between friends and neighbors, we're going to make a lot of progress today. Dawn's in his element. Feels so uplifted by all the help.
You're always resting at my door. Though I've wavered, you've been waiting. I'm the one you're looking for. Gratefully and humbly, I give you everything. And all that I can sing is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.